Fire Dangle! Get off of YouTube, Mom! Hi, everybody, and welcome to the first Steve's Hat Picks of May. That's not even significant. I just thought I'd mention it. Listen, I've done a bunch of these, and you gotta start them all, and you can't start them all the same. I guess you could. Maybe I should have. Anyway, every week I talk about the plays around the NHL that impressed me the most. And here's what I got this week. And just remember, if it doesn't go with the list that's in your head, yell at me in the comment box down below. Heck, a lot of you were already on that before even watching the video. Fire Dangle! Get off of YouTube, Mom! Number one, you can take this one to Labanc. Don't shake your head, producer. What, is it because it's against Colorado? That's a low blow. I'm sorry, I'm hurt, but my team's out. Sorry, Kevin Labanc doing dirty things. It's a good move.
In a row by San Jose. Nice little move. Here's Labanc, shoots, scores! What a goal!
Period after barrage and attack by the Avalanche, they've weathered the storm. And what a move by Labanc. Not once, but twice, changes the angle and zips that one home. He had 4 points in the 4 goals in the third period to go up 4-3, and game number 7 carries that over into this game. Just a wicked shot by him, heads up, puts it through the legs of Rant, and then changes the angle again and gets that shot away.
Did that dangle cost Mikko Rantanen money in restricted free agency, my column? Not only does this feature Kevin Labanc dangling one of the most talented forwards remaining in these playoffs, because there are a lot of impressive moves that ultimately amount to nothing. He had the wicked move that was almost worthy of being a hat pick in itself, but then the finisher.
And what a move by Labanc. Not once, but twice, changes the angle and zips that one home. He had 4 points in the 4 goals in the third period to go up 4-3 in game number 7.
Wow, that's a hat pick. That's a snipe. One thing I want you to do though, check out Kevin Labanc's Hockey DB page, because it's weird. In his first OHL season, Ontario Hockey League, he had 35 points in 65 games. Second season, in 68 games, he had 107 points. What? All right, it's great to do that once. Let's see if it was a fluke. Nope, in 65 games the next season, he had 127 points. 6th round pick, by the way. Plays 19 AHL games, scores 19 points. They go, all right, he might have a future. This is now his 3rd NHL season. He's turned into a heck of a player for San Jose, and he pulls off stuff like this. And not to mention, I should have made this a hat pick, and because I didn't, it's a dang it, but like a dang it for me. Lost in the whole hubbub of Vegas and the penalty that maybe shouldn't ought to have been a penalty, but maybe you shouldn't allow 4 goals on the same power play. In Game 7 against Vegas, Kevin Labanc became the first player in NHL history to score 4 points in a single period during a Game 7. That's several hat picks. That's a video on its own. Something else from San Jose that's worthy of being a hat pick, Logan Couture putting his money where his mouth is. So Logan Couture, not happy with his performance early in the series against Colorado. Not happy with his lines performance. And he said as much. Said we gotta be better. Comes out the very next game and
Picked up, here's Meyer. Meyer's shot into a crowd, rebound, scores! On the backhand, it is in. And Logan Couture, just like he promised, is on the board.
That's pretty good, Logan. Oh, you're not done.
Held to the line, sent back into the corner. Here's Couture, walking out, shoots, scores! What a goal by Logan Couture!
Over and over again for the San Jose Sharks, and he continues on that path.
That's double where your mind. Well, you're not done. A hat trick. Well, that's a hat pick. And producer Drew, he's doing some scouting for the Colorado Avalanche. I don't know if you know this. This crazy stats. Since 2010, Logan Couture has the 2nd most playoff goals in the entire National Hockey League with 43. Are you serious? That can't be right. He's got 9 this year? You stop it right now. Isn't that amazing? 2 of the top 5 goal scorers in the Stanley Cup playoffs since 2010, because Joe Pavelski's on this list as well, are San Jose Sharks. As it turns out, the Stanley Cup is very difficult to win. But not just for the fact that it's a hat trick in a playoff game, it's after he called himself out, he put his money where his mouth is. That's a hat pick. The Sharks are starting to make a habit of that. Thomas Hertl with his guarantee, and now Logan Couture. Not bad. As long as we're featuring sick goals in Steve's hat picks this week, how can we not include this one? Here's Carolina Hurricanes defenseman Justin Faulk. And actually, the feed's pretty good too.
The puck comes free. Faulk's out of the box. He's got it. Breakaway. Justin Faulk scores! And then all of a sudden, out of the box comes Faulk, and how about that aerial? He catches it, lays it down, and he beats Leonard to where? High blocker. The one we've seen happen 6 other times in the playoffs. He stays on side. They're having a look at it, but there's no doubt.
Now that's what I call catch and release. Terrible. Thank you for continuing to watch if you're still watching. First of all, if you're wondering what the heck Justin Faulk was doing all the way up there as a defenseman, like I was, he was just getting out of the box. So everything here happened just perfectly. First of all, the timing and the awareness. Warren Foegele, who set up Justin Faulk on that play, had to know my guy's about to get out of the box. Then he had to place the pass perfectly, which, not really. I wouldn't consider a pass that a guy has to bring down with his glove perfect, but Faulk does it perfectly and sticks the landing. Look how he made sure to stay on side. Now all he's got to do is come in on Robin Lehner all alone. Oh. Now leave a comment in the comment box down below. What is the better part of this play? Is it the actual Faulk goal or the feed from Foegele? Am I asking this question just because I want to say Foegele some more? Do you know who he is? He's Foegele! That movie's 12 years old. But that is not the last hat pick. The last hat pick is twofold. Because listen, we're shooting this video when we're shooting it. I don't know when it's going up. In the off season, I never would have predicted that I'd be making a second round highlight pack video, or any highlight pack video, for the goaltending tandem of Peter Mrazek and Curtis McElhinney. But here I am, you bunch of jerks. And like how they've been in this series, this hat pick is a little bit of a tandem. First, here's Peter Mrazek, in the words of Grapes, picking cherries.
It's off the skate of Nelson, a break. It's Josh Bailey in alone. Great save made by Mrazek. They were on their feet, and Mrazek flashes the leather. National Hockey League, of course, behind Tampa Bay. As we see the turnover and the chip pass to Bailey, he goes forehand, backhand, and all he got was glove. Big time glove by Mrazek.
Then, of course, Mrazek gets hurt. Curtis McElhinney has to fill in, like any good backup goalie does, and he does this.
Letting away with it is Everly. Jordan Everly down the wing in front, Letty to the goal. Stopped by McElhinney, and it's right on the line, and he kept it out. Everly's not the most fleet of foot, but what happens is both Carolina players, like Teravainen, has no business.
Oh my, show it again. Show it, everyone's focusing on the toe thing. Look what he does with his glove.
Over to Everly. He's got Slavin all over him, and he leaves Letty, who's right up the middle of the ice.
McElhinney's ridiculous, dude. And look, we're shooting this video when we're shooting it. I don't know how the series is gonna turn out, but it is an interesting battle, the Islanders and the Hurricanes, because the New York Islanders are the ultimate prove 'em wrong team. This offseason, they lose their captain, they make a bunch of free agent signings where everyone's like, are you sure? And they lost someone to free agency and everyone got really mad. Calvin DeHaan, who's on the Hurricanes actually, all they've done from game 1 onward is prove people wrong. Unfortunately for them, they've run into Mr. Prove 'em Wrong in Curtis McElhinney. The Leafs put him on waivers. That's how the Hurricanes got him. He was on waivers. By the way, you want to know how the Leafs got him? Waivers! Because the Leafs decided, well, why would we go with the old goalie and bank on the fact that he's going to repeat another awesome season? Trends say that will not happen again, so we have to waive the guy, unfortunately. And then he goes out and becomes the oldest goalie to win his first NHL playoff game. Listen, you're not supposed to get better in your mid to late 30s. The trend is that's not usually what happens. And the fact of the matter is, Curtis McElhinney is not tremendously interested in what is typical. He's interested in staying quiet and stopping pucks. Show it again. That's unbelievable.
Jordan Everly down the wing in front, Letty to the goal. Stopped by McElhinney, and it's right on the line, and he kept it out.
And now, once Peter Mrazek gets healthy, who do you start? I think the easiest answer is the goalie whose name starts with M. Huh? That is it for this week's edition of Steve's Hat Picks. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Obviously, leave a comment in the comment box down below if you disagreed with the hat picks, or you really like them, or if you just don't like my face. Or if you're like, hey, that's a tolerable face, whatever. We should end the video at some point.